Hello YouTube, this is Kerri from Razor Sharp Crafts, and I have a quick, well, this probably won't be quick, sorry. I have a design team video for Diemond dies. It's a big project, and I just used Diemond dies on one part of it, but I use Diemond dies, you know, so I wanted to show it. So, any of their dies can be purchased at www.diemonddies.com. Also, there's another big release coming up here very soon of new dies, and we're also going to be doing another giveaway, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be something big. So stay watching for when that comes. So, okay, I am going to get to it here. Alright, what I made is too big to fit into the screen, so I have to zoom out. This is a Matchbox Advent calendar. Just excuse my mess here. I just finished it up tonight, and so I haven't cleaned up yet. And I made this. I'm going to make more, so you'll probably see some more videos of different style ones soon. But I made this for we have a craft fair coming up on the 23rd of this month, so I'm making these to sell them. But basically what it is it's got days 1 through 24, and I just stamped those on there. And so you just put your little treats in the drawer, and on each day you just take it out and you eat the treat or toy or whatever it is, and count down till Christmas. And then you can, if you want to, like when the day is over, you can turn it around, because you can still get it out without that little pull tab. So you can turn them around and they'll all turn red when the day is over. And this is something that can be put up and used every year. And then on the top, this is a 3x3 box. So and it's about, I think it's a 1.5 inch. Yeah, 1.5 inch deep, 3x3. So you can put a little something special in there for Christmas morning. So, where did I use Diemond dies? Right here, I used the pine branch die, which is this one that you see right here. I cut it into pieces and tried to make it look like, the best I could, like a Christmas tree. And then I put a little bling on the top. I didn't have any stars, so I just put a little yellow bling so it looks like maybe a glowing star. Like it's glowing, so you can't make the form, or just whatever. And then I used some Tim Holtz tinsel and just zigzagged it, and a couple little blue blings to kind of represent like ornaments. And then I just used one of them right across here. I just thought it looked really nice, like to see the whole thing, you know. And so I just used one of them across there with a little Merry Christmas bling, or Merry Christmas embellishment, which is from Recollections. I got them at some point, one of my trips to the States, or I may have even bought them at the craft store here. I don't know. I see something cute, I pick it up. So that was where I used the Diemond dies. So, but I want to finish explaining my project. So I'm just going to continue on in this video now. So to make the drawers, I used the Stampin' Up! Matchbox die, which it's discontinued. It was actually discontinued before I found out about it. But I had commented to a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on her video where she was using it, and that I was looking for one, and if she knew where I could get one to please let me know. And she was like, you know what, I never use mine, so if you want to buy it, you can. So I did. So, but that's that. Sorry. I use that to make, it makes the sleeve for a Matchbox and then the drawer. It also makes 3 little tags too, but I didn't cut those. I cut my paper to where it would only cut the drawers. So then I just wrap them with some designer paper, and this is from the 12 Days of Christmas Graphic 45 line. And then the paper that you see on the front of the drawers was actually some paper that Dee from Diamond Dies had sent me in my very first design team package. And I just I can't talk. I just trimmed it down so there would be a little border around it, and then I used my We Are Memory Keepers 1/8 of an inch corner rounder and rounded the corners. And I put one on the front, and then I also put one on the inside because that holds the seam binding. The seam binding was also from Dee from Diamond Dies in that first design team kit that I got. And I used my tiny attacher at first to attach the seam binding, but if you pulled on them, it ripped them right out. Like it didn't hold them. So that's when I thought to put the paper on the inside to hold it in, and I have it being held with score tape because score tape holds everything. So that is that side, and the Diamond Dies side. And this base is just chipboard. It's cut to, I think it's 6.5. Yeah, 6.5 by 6.5. And then I use some Tim Holtz tinsel ribbon as well around the outside. That's the green and that's the red from the Christmas ones or winter ones. I don't have it out anymore. I must have put it away. But so yeah. And then moving on to the next side. The holly I cut on my Cricut Expression from the Stretch Your Imagination cartridge. And I cut the main cut, and then I cut the berries and the silhouette. And on the silhouette, it's actually the exact same color paper as what's below it, but I put glossy accents on it, so it makes it kind of stand out. There we go. Zoom in a little bit so we can focus on just one part each time. And then the stocking, I actually cut from, it's, gosh, hold on. I can't read it from here. Hold on. I want to let you know the cartridge. It's another Cricut cartridge. It's the Christmas cards. It looks like that. From that cartridge, I cut the stocking. And then what I did with the stocking, it's 2 layers. In the bottom layer, I actually used a really shiny silver, it's basically like a mirror, reflective mirror paper. Right here. See? If I try not to blind y'all. But that's the bottom layer, and then the top layer is just some red cardstock. This whole thing, like the plain colored cardstock, is all paper tray ink because it's nice, sturdy, heavyweight cardstock. And then I used some frosted lace stickles in the little slots over top of that. So there you see it. And then up, there we go, on the little thing to hang it as well. So there you go. Next side. This is a, was also cut with my Cricut from Winter Frolic cartridge. That's pretty self-explanatory, it's just a little ornament. And then this I actually cut with my, the heck's this called? Snowflake Rosette die by Tim Holtz. And then I stamped Holly Jolly on that, and that is from my Pink Stampers Christmas Wishes collection. And I stamped it with white craft ink from Stampin' Up. So, Gingerbread Man was cut using Stretch Your Imagination cartridge. Pretty self-explanatory. I put black on his face because it didn't stand out, and then I put glossy accents on top of it. Might actually make it look a little freaky. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I might need to put something different on there. And then here's another stocking cut from that same Christmas cards cartridge. And this one is reversed. The red paper's underneath and then the mirror paper's on top. And then I used some Christmas red stickles in the centers. And that's all the sides. And then the top. And they're all decorated with the 12 Days of Christmas from Graphic 45. And then on the top, this red is paper tray ink cardstock. Same with the box, but it's the new leaf green. This is poppy red, or red poppy. Red poppy, I believe is what it's called. And of course I can't find it. I'm pretty positive it's red poppy. There it is. Pure poppy. No, I was wrong. And then I put some Tim Holtz tinsel around the outside of that and around the box right in here. Just to add a little bit of flair. Look kind of plain with it just laying there, or with just the cardstock. So then I'm just taking the top off because we're going to talk about this. This is also seam binding that Dee had sent me in my first Diamond Dies design team package. And then this is a chipboard from, whoops, sorry. This is a chipboard from the 12 Days of Christmas, the Graphic 45 12 Days of Christmas line, and it just matches the pattern paper that I'd use. So along with this, it's one of the chipboard stickers that matched. And I put a little piece of the pattern paper on top here, and then I made, we'll look at it from the back. I made this ribbon just out of cardstock. And if you want to see how to make those, I can make a video real quick to show how to make one of those if there's an interest in it. Just comment and let me know. And then I used the number 2 and the number 5 from the Alpha stickers, the Graphic 45 12 Days of Christmas Alpha stickers page, because this is for Christmas Day, so the 25th. So there you have it. That is my newest creation. Took me a while, but definitely worth it. I mean, it'll be easier to make them now. It's just the whole making that first one is a little confusing sometimes. And then there's my Diamond Dies tree and little pine leaf, pine branch. Oh, the numbers. That stamp set is Marketplace Alpha by Just Right, or Marketplace Alphabet, and then I just use Blazing Red Stays On ink. Mine are, the stamps are normally a lot clearer than that. I wasn't thinking, and I put the pieces on the boxes before I stamped them, because I was going to stamp on something and then glue it on as well, but I didn't really have anything that would be small enough to stamp on. Well, honestly, what I was going to do, I knew I had this small snowflake punch, and I was going to stamp the number on it and add it to each drawer, but then I realized it wasn't big enough. So that's when I changed my mind and just decided to stamp on the drawers, but I already had all these green pieces on the drawers. So I had to just, I like pulled them out, put my finger behind it, and then stamped on it. So not the best impression that you would get. As I make more of them, I will stamp them prior to being put on. So that is my newest creation in my Diamond Dies design team project. If there's anything you would like to see, just leave me a comment and I will try to do a tutorial as soon as I can for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.